Admiral's log. Our battlecruisers have both had an interesting week, to say the least. The Ferrari engaged a battleship called Hagen. Her encounter was relatively successful. With the help of her escorts, she was able to eliminate Hagen's escorts. However, she did get torpedoed in the process. While the structural damage was limited, the ship very nearly sunk. Only through a valiant and desperate effort of her crew was she able to stay afloat. A lot of her equipment was damaged by seawater, and the holes in her hull will take some time to patch. The yard estimates a repair time of 5 months. The other battlecruiser, Regina, went up against a group of destroyers and light cruisers while defending the port of Naples. A raid on this port would have been disastrous. The captain expertly handled the situation, a situation that the Regina was not designed to ever encounter. Her secondary armament is a mere 6 4-inch guns per side. Fortunately, her crew was able to land devastating 18-inch hits with both semi-armor piercing and high explosive, leading to the complete destruction of the Austro-Hungarian strike force. I've awarded ship citations to both battlecruisers. One for a crew doing everything they could to save the ship, the other for a single-handed defense of one of our critical ports. I am proud of my men, and I cannot wait to see in what way they will amaze me next. Hey guys, Stealth here, and welcome to this new episode of the the Italian campaign. We're fighting the Austro-Hungarians, hence the confusion. We have an interesting opportunity here. The Alfa Romeo Giulia, the Coty, and the Lamborghini Aventador are available to hit a convoy. But the convoy will not go easily. I have 2 battlecruisers escorting this thing, and 1 reinforcing. So I don't really have a lot of opportunity to take these guys down, because I'm probably going to get spotted right from the get-go. And if I get an opportunity to take some shots at these transports, I will. And we do. Kind of. Yeah, they are just in range of the 6 inchers. But the battle cruisers are both here. These things are pretty dangerous, especially to a light cruiser, because they get 8-inch guns, they get 7-inch guns, and they get 15-inch guns. 15-inch high explosive could probably wipe these light cruisers of mine out right quick. So what I'm going to do is turn hard to port. We're going to get the Lamborghini to torpedo the battle cruiser. There. That should give them something at least for a little bit to start considering other than shooting my ships, because they're going to have to turn if they want to dodge. The DD is just going to run away. It's essentially already completed its mission. And we're going to try and shoot a bunch of transports up without getting hit, ideally. But, oh, yeah, no, that just went right out the window. If you're hit, you leave. Because speed is my defense. And I'm going to need speed to get out as well. There you go. That's 1 hit. That's 1 dead. Switch targets. Leave. You can still do 25 knots, 26 knots-ish. That's another transport. Go, go! 3rd transport. Go! How are those torpedoes looking? Because we'll use a win here. Transport dead. Next. Hit and run. Target the guy behind him. Hit. Flooding. Most likely dead. Auto flood. Got him. Next. Next, next, next. Get him. Hold on. Somebody has detected torpedoes here. Somebody like you. Oh, you got hit as well. Good. Now, hit the last transport and we're off. We are off. That's the last battlecruiser that's joining this fight. Ooh, not great. The job done. Nice. Speed, 26 knots, tops. These guys are slightly faster. That's pretty nasty for my ships. I don't like that at all. Oh boy. 17 clicks out. Firing range of the 8-inchers is limited to 16. They can do 24.9 kilometers. 18 kilometers away is the Alpha. I hope that they can just disengage. At least they're not shooting the wounded ship. They're shooting a healthy ship. A ship that's fast, that's running away. A ship that's capable of getting out of here. At least that's my hope. Run, run, run. Lost sight of the Coty. Yes. That means they're going to switch their attention to the damaged Alpha. Range 18.7. 21. You're almost at maximum range. Your accuracy is probably 1% or 2. Not even, it's 0.5%. For you it's 1.3. Do I send the DD in again? No, I probably lose detection of that ship anyway. I probably wouldn't be able to spot it. 19 kilometers, end the battle. Good day, gentlemen. It's been fun. Now 44 victory points, but they lost 8 transports. That is the key. That's what I wanted to do. Now, that was a good start. I have another opportunity here. This is a convoy. There is another 6 transports up for grabs. And it's once again the Generale who's going to do it. Antonio Cantore. Ideally, transports first. Yeah, this guy's already seen some battle. Ideally, transports first, destroyers second. Unless the destroyer tends to become a threat. Like a well, not a life-changing threat. Like an imminent threat to the destroyer. In which case, I will have to be a bit more attentive to the DD's needs, shall we say. Where is your formation? There. Oh, okay. That's farther away than I'd expected. Does that mean the DD is closer? Because normally you can still do about times 30 at this point. Let's see. Yes, the DD turns out to be pretty close. And it's already in a torpedoing mood. Sadly for them, that means I can, well, largely ignore them. Because if I kill them, I'd lose my shot at the transports, and I want to get those transports killed. But I believe I outspeed this guy. Normally. Oh. Okay. I didn't turn off the torpedo tubes. Maybe he can dodge it. This is the first time I'm rooting for the AI to actually dodge, but they're overcompensating on the turn. Boom, 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 boom. No, he's dead. Or is he? Well, at least he's going to be slower than I am right now. That's for sure. 6 knots. Good day. Please don't drown. I still need to take your transports first. Oh, that's such a nasty trick here. See, what I don't understand is this guy got hit by 2 torpedoes. Minimum bulkheads. He's still alive. My battlecruiser, I think, got hit by 4 torpedoes. Maximum bulkheads, almost flooded to death. Well, these guys are gonna flood out, though. Ah, I had such a good shot at the transport. No! Ugh. Okay, fine. I don't believe the transports get eliminated automatically, but hey, it's another DD gone. I'll take it. Let's see how many more ships the Austro-Hungarians are building. So I know what to fight. They're building 10 ships. That's cute. I'm building 30. Mine should be coming pretty quick. Yeah, I got a whole slew of destroyers coming in the next 2 months. Like a lot of destroyers. We get another group of the newer, updated light cruisers in 6 months. And a battle cruiser in 15 months. Heavy cruisers in 9 months. So it's not that bad. Effectively, however, we have 3 ships. The Maria Teresa, the Lamborghini, and the Rossolino. That's all we have available. The rest is either refitting or repairing. Cute. I'm considering refitting the heavy cruisers, insofar as I have them left. Because I don't find semi-armor piercing shells to be that useful. These things were designed to be a semi-jack of all trades. in the sense that they were capable of sending torpedoes against big ships. They've succeeded in that in their encounter with the German fleet. And they're also capable of using their 8-inch guns to hunt down destroyers as well as light cruisers, which the Austro-Hungarian Navy had a lot of. That threat has not yet subsided, but has been diminished. So I'm considering that the overpens against both targets are not helping my heavy cruisers do damage. That's my consideration right now. So let's view this ship. And let's refit it. I still have very little displacement left. Yeah, semi-armor piercing is cute, but just not useful. They carry a standard ratio of shells, so I don't have to adjust that. This will give me even more shell pen. And against their heavy cruisers, that's probably what we need. Because the shells currently struggle against those heavy cruisers. Currently, at about 5,000 meter range, I can pen 9 inches of armor, which is not enough to go through their main belt. But with capped shells, I can suddenly go through, what did I say, 7.5 kilometer range? This is 15.9. This is 7.1, so that's double. If I go for full capped ballistic, I probably got too much punch. 17 inches is too much. I need to be able to pen, I don't need to overpen. So I think capped shells ought to do it. Against their heavy cruisers, that is. Against their destroyers and light cruisers, we need to be able to fire something that does not overpen, that does not do a load of damage, but just pens them. So maybe slightly better HE shells, like nose fuse, and then 7,500 meters I can pen 3.2 inches, which ought to blow a destroyer away in one shot, and pen a light cruiser fairly effectively. Also the light shells, not necessarily the best option here. For the secondary batteries, let's go for a more mixed ratio of shells, because these 5-inch guns can be useful against cruisers as well, especially the light cruisers, shorter ranges. Now I need to save on something. I carry a lot of torpedoes, and I don't think I've ever used all of them, so let's save on that. And then maybe I can do some tweaking of this ship. Because I found that the aft belt is a bit fragile. There with 4.3 and 3.7. If you add something to superstructure armor, it just goes up way too fast. There, I'm 1 ton short. That's fine. Save the design. I do wonder how long it's going to take to refit one of those. Because refitting generally takes a lot longer than you would like. The only one I can refit is the Maria Teresa, which is the only ship I actually have in service. So let's do that. 2 months. It's not bad. 2 months. And those are useful upgrades. Okay, let's move on. New month, new losses. Another 9 ships in the Eastern Mediterranean have been lost. It's not great for my economy, which is getting pretty serious as is. I'm 19 million down a month. My naval funds are 98 million. I cannot sustain such losses for very long. And this has to do with ships that are getting repaired. Yeah. This thing is costing me 6.8 million a month. That's pretty damn expensive to repair. But it's one of my 2 capital ships. Not considering heavy cruisers as capitals. So I can't really afford to just scrap it. Especially considering that she's a good ship. I do like this ship. What I can still save some money on is the crew training budget, but I don't want to get that to less than 50%. So let's put it at 50. And I can send less money to building the transport fleet anew, like this. That's going to give me a slight positive. But my power projection in the Eastern Mediterranean is pretty terrible. It's 1/10 of what the Austro-Hungarians have. I need to sink more ships. The Regina has an opportunity to do just that. She can sink 2 destroyers, but she is reinforcing. So she's not at the convoy yet. But she can get there extremely quickly at 40 knots. Making these battle cruisers exceptionally useful for missions like these. My battle cruiser is... Oh, you're only 13 clicks out. Oh, is that it? Yeah. That's not too bad. 12, 2, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Roadrunner has arrived. Please point me in the general direction of the enemy destroyers, and I will see that they will cease to exist. And that was reinforcing. That's cute. That's nice. Ah, these ships. These ships. 18 clicks out. Okay. High explosive is good. I like high explosive. And we're just gonna blow up 2 destroyers before they can torpedo my convoy. I'm gonna try and have these guys attack me. We're gonna turn hard to starboard. Because at that point, if they torp me, they will completely miss the convoy. Unless the convoy does extraordinarily stupid things. It's not unusual for convoys, but it does seem like they're mostly heading the other way. Oh, they've seen me. Yeah, go figure. 12 clicks out. That means that they have torpedo solution on me right about now, and they are not at a good angle yet. But soon. 11-8, 11-7, 11-6, 11-5. I was going to go hard over the moment that the torpedo gets launched. That does look promising. Yeah, you're going to have a bit of an issue there. More than a little. Switch to the other target. Secondaries on this. Regina trained crew. She just got more dangerous. Oh, you started running out of torps, did you? I wonder how you ran out of torpedoes. I have some suspicions. What caused you to run out of torpedo? What the fuck? Yeah, I think they're all out of torps. Oh, that's not even near me, dude. That's not even near. You can do better. Just don't do better, because I like the Regina intact. Thank you very much. Sharpshooter D28. Green level crew. Go on. Push right back. Because now these things can't shoot me at all. Yeah, that looks like it's going to hit. Here we go. 910 damage from an overpen high explosive. And the Sharpshooter D28 is still struggling with flooding as well. This should be pretty terrifying for DDs. They're already in complete panic mode after getting hit by an 18-inch shell. And then you just see this extremely angry Italian battlecruiser coming at you at 14 knots. Something that the range-finding officer is still, well, not quite sure of, because it seems to be an extraordinarily high speed. But a battlecruiser at that speed would operate, or would explain why the Italians appear to be operating all over. Whereas they might not even have that many ships. Sadly, however, the radio on the Sharpshooter D15 has been knocked out. And they cannot radio that suspicion home. That's why I leave no survivors. I don't want any survivors. I'm running Enigmatic Navy. I need to make sure I don't have my ships ID'd. Of course, this is all storytelling. This is absolutely not a game factor, in case you were wondering. Come on. I refuse to ram it, so we're just gonna have to shoot it, okay? That's more like it. That's one. Stern turrets inoperable. Can't shoot in this angle. Flooding. Damage to the main gun? How'd you pull that off? Seriously. Damage to the main gun? You get 8 inches of pen at 1,000 meters. At 2,500 meters where we're at, you get 7 inches of pen. This turret is protected by more than 7 inches of pen. How did you damage that turret? With high explosive. Of all things. How did you do that? So, there we go. So, convoy safe. No casualties. No torpedoes anywhere near the convoy. Job done. 2 more destroyers down in the Adriatic. Or sorry, the Eastern Mediterranean as they call it. Next. 2 CLs against the Sankt Andra. Sharpshooter D29 and 1 transport. And once again, it's the Coty and the Julia. Let's go. I really didn't think this campaign was going to work out too well, considering how few ships I have. But these ships have been pleasantly surprising. And it's also nice, in a way, to have these ships constantly operate. Have the same names out there constantly. Because you can build up more of a lore around these ships. Sort of get attached to them, if you will. Now, I have been detected. Probably by this gentleman over here. You're a light cruiser, right? Or am I pushing into a heavy cruiser? Oh, fuck, that's a heavy cruiser. Whoops! I thought I was pushing a light cruiser. Okay. My life just got more interesting. They do only have 6-inch guns. I could hit and run. I could just take the destroyer out, pass the destroyer, and proceed to eliminate the convoy, which appears to be 20 clicks out from our current position. The only way I might win against that cruiser is by using high explosive. Why are you in range? Oh, you got different shells. You don't have light shells, I suppose. Yeah, that'll probably explain it. Shoot this. Rapid fire guns. Whoops. Apologies, that was my Facebook, not yours. I wonder how many people just went to check. Oh fuck, you just torped me. Turn. Turn. Zigzag. There. Now, did they send everything? Yes, they did. Cool. Run this thing down. Ignore the heavy cruiser and their 6-inch guns. It really is a heavy cruiser, is it not? I haven't ID'd it yet. Go on. We're just gonna ignore this thing. Let that thing be killed off by either my heavy cruisers or my battle cruiser. Battle cruisers, although one of them is only active at the moment, the other one's in dock. Yeah, you're gone. Okay then. Definitely a heavy... Oh! Nice try. Please don't. Just refrain from using any further torpedoes. Thank you. No, it's the CL. All this time I've been running from a CL that has almost no armor. See, I did identify this thing correctly. Your armor is shit. You do have a healthy amount of guns. Yeah, you got 15 6-inch guns. And with those 6-inch guns, you fire shells that can pen pretty serious amounts of armor. Although at 12.5 kilometer range, where I am at now, you might struggle. Perhaps. Convoy, please? There. How fast are you? 31 knots. I can ignore you. I can do far more than that. I'm doing 37 knots. Speed is life in these ships. Just makes it so easy to dictate the encounter. And yes, you pay for it. Armor. It's not something I have a lot of. And it's something that might come back to bite me if these enemies develop faster ships with potentially more accurate guns as their crews gain more and more experience. But for the moment, I have the advantage with my speed and my small navy, and I have a lot of ships coming out. It's just going to take me a while to get them fielded, get them trained up, and basically to start refitting them, because some of those are still using the older configurations, which are not necessarily effective. What are you doing, dude? Are you even making an effort? Not really. Not really. That's good. Gives me more of a time to sink these transports. Now this is the umpteenth time that there will be shots at enemy transports, so I'm just going to pause the video recording here, eliminate these guys, and I'll be back with you when the job is done. Here we are, job done, destroyer sunk, transport sunk, and the CL escaped without taking any damage. Which is fine, because I got what I came for. So, what comes next? Well, I think a big repair bill. 9 million. What am I paying for now? It's the Regina, isn't it? It's the Regina and the Alpha? Maybe? I don't know. See, normal maintenance cost for the Alpha is 8 million. Sorry, 800,000. Now, with the repair, I'm paying 4.4 million. The refit for these things is almost complete. Yeah, budget's not going to be pretty this month, but next month it'll be better. And better it is. Because I'm now swimming in cash as I get 55 million coming in. 55 million. That's because quite a lot of my ships have just come off of the shipyards. Which means I'm not paying construction cost. I am just paying maintenance. So now I can set up hunting packs of engagements. My power projection is still terrible, but it's better than it was. And I might be able to start intercepting this heavy cruiser group, for example. Let's see, is that what we're facing now? No, it is not. Okay, that's another intercept. I want to send the destroyers out there to engage this. Let's send one blocking force, because they are, I believe, heading back. No, they're heading out. They're going there, to Naples. Let's stop them, shall we? All destroyers, get out there. Messina. Sadly, the Ferrari is unavailable. Otherwise, we'd be rolling out the Ferrari and taking that taking those heavy cruisers down. No, I'm not going to send you out there alone. I can send these guys out, but I would love to refit the heavy cruisers. Because I have that newer design, I still need to refit a few of them. Let's refit 2. And then have 1 available. Here's the Falco. You're going to go there. You two go here. We got this fleet, we might as well use it. We got 51,000 victory points against 26k for the Austro-Hungarians and the Germans. What's this convoy here? Oh, interesting. A heavy cruiser, a bunch of lights, and then a slew of destroyers against a slew of their destroyers, 2 lights, and 14 transports. We are going to get this large convoy raid done. Just have to outplay them and not get torped. Alright. If I'm correct, then these are firing the better shells. Yes, these are firing capped AP shells. That's going to be far more useful when I'm dealing with the enemy heavy cruiser. Cruisers, actually, plural. They do fire 6-inch guns, which is why I was confused. Sorry, it's late that I'm recording this. Am I just confused? Am I facing light cruisers again? I don't know. Alright, I want the CLs together. I want all the DDs in one div. Hunt, don't avoid, don't torp. Not yet. Standard formation, please. I said don't torp to the DDs, but this is a pretty nice opportunity to torpedo a serious group of ships. Although these are only the escorts. Trained crew on the Fiat, look at that. These guys are ranking up. Preparing to fire. Very good. Very good. HE shells are in the air. And at my current range, they might start to return fire soon. At their, what was it? What's your range? 6 inches. What? Oh, I'm clicking a DD. Here, 14 kilometers. Torpedoes already launched. Perfect. Give them something to consider as a threat. CLs. Maybe I should have the CLs engage the convoy. Although this is a bunch of DDs. No, the CLs would be too valuable. The CLs are going to be capable of engaging these destroyers far more effectively than anything else I have. DDs are coming under threat. Smoke up everything. CLs that way. What are you even trying to hit? Shoot this. Yeah, it is a group of CLs. Sorry, I thought it was CAs. It's light cruisers. CLs. Misidentification on my part. Like I said, it's late. I'm trying to pump out a lot of content in a short period of time. For the simple reason that any moment now, and potentially by the time that you're watching this, it's already happened, I'm going to be a dad again. I always think it's a bit of a weird way of saying that. I'm going to be a dad again. I mean, I'm already a dad. But I will have a second son. And in that case, I will probably for a while not be able to record content, or at least not as much as I normally do. So I'm stockpiling. And that's why you might be watching this episode, well, a week, maybe 2 weeks later than when I recorded it. And of course, at that point, the situation can be entirely different. Time to start changing my situation. In fact, because I'm getting torpedoed. Which is, of course, what these things are pretty good at. All this blabbering and then I lose half of the fleet because I'm getting torpedoed. That'd be a bit of a sad development, would it not? What are you shooting? AP. You sure about that? Is that what we need? Ah, 4.5 inches main belt. 9 kilometer range. Yeah, okay. Stick with it. Okay. How are we doing for torpedo detection? Here. There's a salvo here. At this rate, I might have a destroyer that gets... No. I'm gonna have more than one destroyer that gets caught in the blast. Split. Every man for himself. No, no, no. Every man for himself. Turn. Now. That's a bit more than I had expected. And it's kind of a cross-torp salvo. So, it's a bit more dangerous. Lampo, you can join the Nembo. And then we can have the... Yeah, you'll be fine. Fabrizia. Sorry, Nicola Fabrizi can join the division as well. Got Strale. Strale can join. I'm not going to get the Lamborghini in there just yet. For fear of getting torpedoed. Or of that ship doing something stupid. Out of torps, out of torps, out of torps. Cool. You, not out of torps. And you're looking at my ship as well. 9.8 kilometer range though, so I am in range. You're just not launching. Interesting. Litha detected enemy torpedoes. Yeah. That would be mine. She's turning. Okay. DDs. Everybody okay? Perfect. Turn. Don't care about collisions. Join the div. Set join the div. Good. You guys can do 37 knots. You guys can do 30 knots. You're going to go and attack the DDs. The DDs themselves are going to go after the convoy. Off you go. You sent some gifts my way yet? No, you haven't. Good. Push in. Let's get some more experience on the Fiat 12,000. Biggest Fiat I've ever seen, I think. Saalfelden is also still out there as a threat. What's your chance to pen me? 5%, it's only superstructure. Partial and over. Fine, switch to high explosive. Partial and over and fire. Alright, I see how it is. I'm also trying to push the heavy cruiser towards the convoy, but I might take some more time getting there. Litha is starting to burn. Much to my surprise, she's not flooding yet. Get the secondaries to fire AP at her. Because we're 8 kilometers out. Let's say that's about 7, so I can spend 7 inches of armor. It's just partials. Interesting. Hold on. What? Who? You? Oh, that's the... it's the torps from the Fiat. Okay, fine. Somebody, however, decided to torpedo all the DDs. Let's not. Destroyed main gun? Dude, I was gonna use that. Fine. Now, if the Lampa would like to change course, we'll be fine. Otherwise, it could... Oh, boy. It could be a bit more interesting. These things are starting to get annoying. Everybody okay here? Yeah, no. Well, this ought to go well. CA. Get in there. It's taking me too long. Thank you. This is cute, but useless. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. CL's okay? Damn DDs. Focus fire on the Litha. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing. We're gonna eliminate this thing just right now. Oh. That DD's having a bit of a rough time of it. Oh, it's about to get a lot worse. Don't do that. I thought you guys were out of torps. But not this guy. He had underwater torpedo tubes. And he was willing to use them. Sink it! God, hurry up already. Everybody else is fine. Good. Oh, that was a bad hit on the Nembo. Nembo, torp. I mean, this thing is dead in the water. The only thing it's going to do is pull its magical torpedo turning. Aside from that, you'll be fine. Turn. You're trying to turn. Fuck. Okay. Oh, your torpedo launcher's already been destroyed. Alright, never mind. Never mind. Holy fuck! That's your underwater torpedo site. Starboard launcher. Port launcher. Oh, for fuck's sake. There were so many torps in the water, I thought he was going to be empty, but he's not. It's not the... It's not the first time that's happened. There goes the Alpha. Damn, I'm misplaying this. I'm sorry. This is not how you're supposed to play this game. At all. No. Detach. Hunt that fucker down. Go T, pick up survivors from the Alpha. And a misdirection going on here is also pretty annoying. Torpedo this. Do so now. No! Not again! No! Holy crap! I just got these DDs, damn it. These things are brand new. Damn it. Torpedo salvo out. But that was from the Strale. Not against the Litha. It was not supposed to shoot that. It might, however, end up hitting them. Good lord. Lampo is alive. For now. Whether that will remain true, I don't know. Stop torping. There's all sorts of friendlies in the way. You had this thing dead to rights. You should have already had it killed. You're the only one who's going to be useful. But... this thing will torp me again. There it is. This time I'm actually paying attention. Torpedo salvo return. Yeah, he's going to dodge that. Oh boy. Life is about to get very interesting. Yeah, you just launched all of your salvo. Fuck. Okay, turn. Lampo. If you want to live. Well, then just don't do anything, because you're out of torpedo area. Good. You, turn. You need to eliminate this thing. Now would be a great time to do that. Thank you. Flooding. Overpen. Still got shells which are too effective. Standard pen. Pen. Concerned about this guy torping me again. There we go. Hold it. Just sink. You've caused enough damage, thank you very much. Sheesh. You. Go eliminate transports, please. Time for some payback. Wow, this was a mismanage on my part. First I mistake light cruisers for heavy cruisers. And then I get just murdered by torp after torp after torp. It was pretty dreadful. Here we go. Flooding. Overpen. I don't need to micromanage you. I don't need to micromanage the heavy cruiser either. I mean, not really. Because these guys are no threat. And I know I said that about the light cruisers as well, but these guys are actually no threat, because they got 4-inch guns, which means that they can pen the superstructure, and that'll be about it. If that. Not at this range. And aside from that, well, they can't torp me. Let's just give the Fiat some time to work, while the Coty is doing what she does best. Murder and mayhem. Oh, the Coty is one of the unupgraded light cruisers. She hasn't received her 2-inch armament yet. Okay. Now these guys are starting to arm their own transports with guns. So they all have 3-inch guns. Giving the Coty some return fire, but hopefully nothing too bad. So one of the sharpshoots in dire straits. The other two seem fine. Damn. I only lost one light cruiser, but that was one light cruiser that I should not have lost. That was just careless. And the rest? Well, I think I kind of lucked out about the fact that they survived. This guy took 3 torpedoes. The Nicola took 4. She's still here. Probably because they all landed at the same location. Same impact site, if you will. Which means that the area had... I'm not sure if the oversaturation still works as a mechanic. But the area had already been saturated and could not really take any more flooding. Coty is still in good position. Pretty decent. Yeah. Oh, the Strale is also out there. Come here. You can be useful here. There goes the Trabant. Are you done with these DDs? No. Flooding. Just damage to the torpedo launcher. Torpedo launchers on these mounts on the outside are so exposed to enemy fire, and a couple of high explosive hits will shut them down. Done. Hold on. Oh, I've already completed the mission. Kill 75%, achieved 79. Excellent. We're gone. So I can just kill this guy. Don't have to worry about him anymore. Ah, that light cruiser. Oh well. Remember them and move on. Fight harder in their memory. And let it be a lesson that light cruisers are generally not out of the fight until they're dead. Especially these guys, because they just keep torping you. Time after time after time. Nevertheless, I got the convoy. I got what I came for. I lost the light cruiser. They lost 2, 3 DDs and 14 transports. But because they killed a light cruiser worth 53 million versus their 37 million, they did get a pretty hefty price tag. Or pretty hefty victory points. And of course they damaged the DDs as well. Let's see how long it's going to take to fix these. Because for some, it might be 3 to 4 months. Light, that's 1 month on the Coty. 1, 2, 1. That's it? 1, 2, 1? Easy. 1 on the heavy cruiser. Okay, perfect. Well, that's not too bad then. Let's get the finances adjusted so I can still get maximum crew training. And boost this a bit so I grow my transport fleet a bit faster. With that 34 million, I could order some more ships. Considering what they still have left, 12 CLs, 20 DDs, we're getting into heavy cruiser territory. The stuff that I need to start killing. Which I think another battle cruiser would be in order for. Yeah, I'm going to get into that next episode, not right now. If I remember to do so anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon for the next one.